Do we just keep that in there? We might as well.
No.
Oh my lord, dude. Like, seriously, it doesn't matter. We're gonna fucking clip it. We're gonna figure it out. We don't have a great intro. We never do. We never did.
We do
we
now.
We usually just start it.
The intro's cool.
Oh, the hype video is cool.
Yeah, but I feel like you need that initial clip.
Yeah, like a little song.
I don't know. Let's give it an intro. Okay, here we go. That's like a kind of thank you thing. Like, you know what I mean? You're thanking everybody before you start. Or like... Okay, here we go.
I'm curious. Like, is that what you like to do?
I like to thank people.
You like to thank people?
Well, you gotta let the viewers know that you appreciate them. Because we can't do it without them.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And when do we do that? At the beginning of the fucking podcast.
The hostility today is wild.
Alright.
Absolutely wild.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day.
Welcome back to Be The Product.
How we doing? We got a new setup. I hope you guys can tell. We are not orange anymore.
No, we lost the spray tans and changed the lighting up a little bit. So now it's more white and less of the fucking shitty orange lights that made us look terrible. But
yeah,
small improvements. Everyone, that's all you can ask for. Every single podcast that we've done has had a small improvement, I feel like.
Yeah, we've done a little something different every single time.
It's trial and error to an extent too.
Yeah, like we said, we're just winging it.
Oh, we should tell them. So listen, the last one was Sam that we posted. Me and Alec had this bright idea because we wanted to be the product in the background. I don't know who actually watched out there, but like in the background it said "Be the Product" on my TV in the living room. Well, our studio.
The studio.
So there's like a brick like thing on the ground over there, and we put the couch halfway on it because you couldn't see in the camera angle. Like, be the product with him because the couch didn't sit high enough. So we put half the couch on the brick so it was higher. And the other half we had like a pan under the side and then like 4 books stacked up under the other leg.
It was a ghetto setup.
So ghetto, but it made it for the camera angle, you know?
They couldn't tell.
Yeah, you couldn't tell. You didn't even know until we told you.
No,
but
it's out of frame.
Exactly.
But what else? What else are we improving besides lights? I feel like we switched up the mics. We went to yours. Recently, the people that we've had on, we find that the mics that we've given them has been a little bit clearer, and the other ones were kind of staticky. So we made the switch.
Which is kind of bullshit, because the other ones are the expensive ones, are the Rogues.
I feel like it's the camera settings.
It might be, but those are like...
We're gonna find out, I guess, because it's on my camera.
Yeah, true.
So
true, it's always been on my camera. But yeah, trial and error. I mean, for Sammy's video, we did something different. We had we had the clip, the mic clipped in between us, just trying to figure out.
Just us two.
Yeah. Yeah, we're figuring it out on the fly, but we're starting to get into more running at people that we know that are successful, which is kind of exciting, or not successful, but like running at people that we know on a day-to-day to bring on to the podcast.
I wouldn't say we're running out of them. I would just say we just really haven't reached out to much more. Which is something we can improve on. So. But
this past week we started trying to reach out to like more far-fetched people, and I think that's the excitement in it. Like I'm excited to start trying to. That's when the sales comes into it. You know what I mean? You're trying to convince somebody to come on, convince them that it's a good thing for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mutually beneficial.
Mutually beneficial, but we don't have much to offer yet. So.
What do you mean? A day with us?
Yeah. Are we not enough?
We are enough. We're the product, bro.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're selling our idea right now because we have huge goals, huge plans in place, a lot of stuff that we can use to our benefit to try to convince somebody to see the vision that we see.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. We're in the area right now where we know that there's so much improvements that we can work on right now, and it's a matter of balancing quantity and quality. we want to do this every single week, post something every single week. But we also want to include other elements to it. We don't want to just be a podcast. We want to do much more. So I feel like this week's kind of conversation was like time management and going back to what Sam said. Like you have to be all in. So.
No, for sure. I mean, last week we kind of got kicked in the balls, like with the workload that we had for last week. Once I came back, we didn't get behind. We got like more on track. Like we were too far ahead, and we're kind of like on track now. But now we're seeing what our week to week basis is gonna be, and with that on top of work, like it's a full-time deal. Like it's a lot.
It's block schedule.
Exactly.
We need to block schedule.
And that I texted him the other day, and like he was worried. I don't even remember what it was. You were worried. Oh, he was worried about some of the merch that we'll get into that, but we're talking about doing some merch. And I was like, listen, like we just got to prioritize, because you start stressing about things that we're not to yet. You know what I mean? There's more important things to do right now. Like once we're caught up on this, then we work on that.
Yeah.
And just knocking the easy or the automatic things out of the way weekly.
I feel like we threw out so many ideas that we want to fucking do. And then we were looking at it from afar and realized, honestly, like, that's a lot to take on right now. It's baby steps at a time, and we're going to make the improvements. We're going to get there eventually, but we have to continue with what we know and add to it as we go.
Yeah, for sure.
That rhymed.
For sure. All right, well, we just exposed that, so let's skip ahead to the merch.
Yeah, we're dropping some merchandise. We're going to get a store for our listeners, as well as we want to be able to give away some merch so that, just the people in the beginning that have supported us throughout the, the journey and throughout what we're building here, they're a part of it. I feel like we owe it to them, because without them, we're talking just to ourselves. So.
Exactly. And the merchandise is just exciting. Like, just to see something that, like, obviously we haven't made it or anything, but, like, something that started in a fucking, like, we started with a name that, like, we're like, oh, that's the one.
The journey.
And at the beginning, it was like, oh, imagine, like, we start doing merch. Like, maybe we're ahead of, like, the timeline for it, but whatever.
It's something we want to do. We're going to do it.
And from a business perspective, like, we're going to spend our own money on this merch. We might angle it at, like, doing more, like, designer and wearable stuff, and then have, like, another just t-shirts, basic stuff, like, with more branding, like a company style to give away. So at the end of the day, from a business perspective, people are wearing that. It's just marketing every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a smart business move at the same time. People walking around with your brand on. People will be like, oh, what the fuck is that? Like,
right.
And boom, there you go. You have another viewer.
Right.
One person at a time. That's all it takes.
Small wins, small wins, small wins. And make the big splash.
Alright.
Yeah. So, as far as, opening up a store like that, I don't know. We haven't really discussed that part of it much. We can open a store. I promise you the quality is going to be good. It's something that we're an advocate. We don't want cheap stuff.
Like, we want stuff that people want to wear.
Yeah.
Like, we're looking at, like, nice quality, like the oversized gym tees, the nice heavy sweatshirts, like essential type wear. You know what I mean? The brand Essential. And we're going to test everything out, though. So, like, this is down the line. We're just starting to get the ball rolling. But obviously, we're going to order one from, like, maybe a few different stores. So they come in, we'll see how... Because online, it looks so good.
Yeah.
But you want it to come in and see what the quality is and everything before we go and buy fucking 500 of something,
Yeah. We kind of tested the waters with hats. We went to Lids and ordered 2 hats.
I called them today, by the way. He said that the digital something, they have to send it out and it gets sent back. He said it'll be done tomorrow morning.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So we just tested out, like, the brand on a hat and... Even just small stuff like that. Like, that's so exciting. And they're one of one. We each got one. That's the first one, the only one. Because the chances are we make another one, it's going to be a little different than
No, we're never doing that same hat.
No, that same hat's
That's
never
alright.
been seen again.
We were talking. We have to sign it in gold Sharpie, frame it, sit on it.
It's going in the
for-
rafters.
Yeah. Sit on it for 50 years and it'll be worth something.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. As far as merch goes, I think that about covers that. I think we got a juicy one today.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little. We're trying to come up with some topics and like, just for the two of us, try to angle the video so it's a little more productive and less of us just being idiots, because we're really good at that. But
Bring some character.
yeah. But I brought up like, let's go over like relationships in your life, like day to day, and just hit on some red flags, some green flags. I'm not talking about just women included, but like relationships in everyday life, because at the end of the day, everybody has a choice to be who, or to surround themselves with the people they want to surround themselves with. And I think too many people are in the wrong circumstance and just surviving, or just living day to day with people that are bringing them down.
Would you argue that having an abundance of quality relationships is more important to your health than having an abundance of money?
I think that goes for personality types, because I can definitely see some people that would be okay with just not being alone, but there's definitely like introverts that like with money would be happy, like just traveling and like surviving on their own. But I say to the extent of it, people might say that they'd rather have money, but I think that once they have money and no relationships, they'd be down bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
You'd be missing a huge, like the biggest part of your life.
Absolutely.
We're social people. Like, humans are social. They're meant to communicate with each other.
Shout out Sammy, first pod with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're just quoting him all the time.
Yeah. Sammy's in the back of our mind with his tweets.
Yeah.
You had a tweet.
Which one? We'll go over those after.
All right.
But
the one that Sammy was posting.
the big one. What's the phrase that we don't say?
We don't swear.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
The next person who says must be nice to me is never gonna talk to me again. They're gone. They're gone.
That's harsh.
No, fuck them. It's honestly the most petty and selfish thing that you can say to somebody. Because especially us, like, there's a lot of people in my life that like don't actually watch this. So there's people in my life that still don't even know that I have this, that I see on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they I haven't been working as much lately because we've been working on this. Like, I've been getting probably 50 hours a week, but not like staying as much. I used to just grind hours. And now it's like I'm leaving and it's like, where are you going? The gym. So now it's a joke, like, oh, I'm going to the gym, or like stuff like that. And they don't understand how much like we actually put into this, so maybe that's why they can say that. They don't understand it, but
yeah, we talked about this the other day. They're seeing 5% of what we're actually doing, which is what we're putting out there.
Yeah.
They don't know that. Oh my lord, we're eating ourselves alive because we look orange.
Yeah.
We're struggling to find lighting. Like, no, like that's hoops that we want to get over.
Yeah, and we're just comparing this to our life. What I want to mean by that is that. Not us, but think about how many people in your life that have success. Respect success. Respect people with money. Because I guarantee you, most of them weren't handed it. And even if they were handed it, their father worked their ass off so their kid is well set. And then you're going to sit there and disrespect him for all the work that he put in.
It's 99% of the time it's earned too.
Mm-hmm.
So those people that you look up to, you don't have a right to say it must be nice, because you have zero idea what they went through to get to where they're at.
I guarantee you they worked harder than you.
Yeah, that's why they're in.
That's why they're there and you're not.
Right.
It's a fucking simple equation. And like, I told Alec this when we were talking on the phone the other day. I was like, we were actually talking about the must be nice thing. I was like, I hope that my kid gets bullied for being rich, for having daddy's money. Like, that means that I did my fucking job. Like,
I
my
love
kid's
that
not gonna be
perspective.
given everything, but I want him to come from something.
Right.
Like that is what I'm working for. I want my family in the future. I want everybody in my life to be fucking set. You know what I mean? Isn't that the end goal of all this? Like of
Yeah.
life?
Right.
Is it like making the people around you happy and they can live their life and not have to worry about money?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the winning mentality. That's
Exactly.
the only mentality you have.
Exactly.
You
And
need to get into.
and anybody who sits there and says must be nice, you're just fucking you're a bitch.
They're the ones watching us, right?
Yeah, probably, probably. But yeah, so sorry, there's my little tantrum of the day, but fuck those people.
You went in on them.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom. Sorry for cussing.
Sorry for Tuesday.
Tuesday. Alright. Yeah, Sketch, if you want to be on, come on, brother. Alright. Next is just like, we're going to go over some like visualization. Like knowing what you want. Obviously, me and Alec are a little out of pocket with our future. Not out of pocket, but we're out there. Like, we like to talk and, like, speak it into existence. And, like, to a lot of people, that might sound crazy, the shit that we say. But, like, that's our heads. Maybe that's, what do they call it? Crazy of us, in a way. But
No, the only way you can have a million thoughts in your head, and the thoughts are going to eat you up alive at the end of the day. Until you vocalize it, and you're able to tell someone else, I guarantee you didn't take action on it. Because now you're almost in a predicament where, well, I said that I'm going to do this, they know about it, and now if I don't, then I look like the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So the mentality is, at the end of the day, visualize it, but at the end of the day, vocalize it.
Mm-hmm. And I think that you could make the point that we have all these crazy visualizations about our future and like being this huge company or whichever way we take it. Like, we have these crazy ideas in both of our heads because we're fucking maniacs, and that's what it takes. But anyway,
you're telling me Elon Musk wasn't crazy?
Yeah.
You're telling me Jeff Bezos wasn't crazy? You're telling me anyone in any professional sport wasn't crazy putting the hours into? That's what it takes. You have to have that crazy mindset. It's the only way you're getting anywhere. If you go through life with the mindset that everyone else has, guess where you end up? Where everyone else is at.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I have that written in the front page of my journal. If you want what nobody has, then why are you doing what everybody does?
Mm.
But to bring it all back to that, the visualization, we visualize doing this right now. Like, there was a point where, like, I was sitting there, like, thinking about, like, us, like, making, like, when we were in the products of starting this and building, like, the behind-the-scenes version of it. Like, there was a point where I'm visualizing just us, like, sitting down for a podcast. Like, that was out of reach at some point. Like, that was, like, gonna be weird, you know?
I believe, like, 3 months before we even started this or even brought it up, I believe I actually told Sammy, I was like, dude, like, I kind of want to do YouTube. Or it's like something like that, just post social media or anything like that. And then I vocalized it to you, and I feel like we were just like, yeah, like, I've been thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And then it just took off. But it's because we vocalized it. It could have just been trapped in your head the whole time, and you don't make any action on it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, for sure. Yeah, but and that's a sense in any state. As soon as you vocalize it, especially to people that you care about, it makes it real, and it puts the pressure on you. You set that bar high, like us sitting here telling you guys that we're gonna be fucking successful. You set that bar high to everybody that you say it to. So then it pressurizes you every single day. You're like, fuck, I need to go do something today because I need to live up to what I'm saying I'm gonna do. Right. You know what I mean?
I think the craziest thing, and I was talking to Rory today about it, was actually just like your situation in general, where you could have a business just fall into your lap, and it's the fact that you like have the mind of like, well, I kind of want to do this, and I'm willing to take the risk and bet on myself for a minute. That is like the true definition of a baller. Like, that is pretty sick. Anyone else, I don't think anyone else could honestly do that. Could you honestly say that you know someone that would take the same risk that you're doing? take the same chance, take the same leap of faith, put so much trust in you, in yourself?
I don't know. That's just always been my mindset. And I made a promise to myself a long time ago, I'm not going to settle.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
as soon as I started to feel like I was kind of slowing down and, like, my days were so repetitive, like, it was just, I know what I was going to get if I wanted it.
Right.
But it just wasn't what I wanted. So then I started slowing down, and I just wasn't trying to learn. I wasn't eager to learn about certain things, and not that I don't like it, because I do like it. I like the people. There's fun times that come along with it, and that you see some awesome shit. I've learned so much here. I've been here since I was 15. Like, I've been around it my whole life. I've been working here since I was 15. But I don't know. I just that's my biggest fear. That is my escape route. Like, as soon as I start to feel like comfortable, that's when it's time to go.
That's interesting that you say that, considering we were talking about relationships. Settling down. Really? I think that's where relationships, friendships, girlfriends, whatever, that's when shit hits the fan and it's time to leave.
Mm-hmm.
People get comfortable, and I feel like there comes a time where they're not pushing themselves enough and they settle down into their role in life,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not pushing for the next thing, pushing to make another breakthrough,
Mm-hmm.
and they're okay with where they're at. And that's, I think, what separates us from many people that we run into on a day-to-day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, they're going to do what they're wanting to do and what they know, but they're not the ones continuing to learn. They're not the ones continuing to push themselves to the next level.
Yeah, for sure. And I grew up with my parents being not only married and having kids, but they were business partners.
Yeah.
So it's like, I grew up seeing them push each other, and like, they held each other accountable. So once I realized that, I started to look at women, and I'm like, if you're not trying to beat me, if you're not trying to, like, it doesn't even have to be make more money than me, but like, there's got to be a competitive aspect in a way that
Right.
they want to be successful too. They want what I want.
Right.
Because I don't want to be regular. I don't want to come home and just have an everyday job with an everyday, and then you work all the time, and
It honestly sounds boring.
one vacation, 2 vacations a year. No, fuck that. I want to have the fucking crazy life, and I want a chick that's willing to work for that so that we can do it together. You know what I mean?
I want a chick. I like that. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, and the hardest part about it is when you're trying to do something like what we're trying to do. If you get with a girl, we have friends that have done this. I'm not calling anybody out, but you get with a girl and you have all these big aspirations and everything, and then you just get comfortable because this chick just wants to sit on the couch all the time, and she wants to watch a movie, and it's so easy to fall into that trap.
Right.
Because you know that you can come home and you got a warm body to lay next to, and yeah, you get a little bit of sensation from that.
Right.
But I mean, you do it long enough, and it's like, bro, where did all that motivation go? You know what I mean? Where'd that drive go?
Can you honestly say that those dreams are gone? No, I guarantee.
If they break up, it's fucking like this, right back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but some people, that's what they want. So you can't sit there and shit on anybody because they're in love and, like, they're happy with what they have.
Yeah, it's what they want.
It's what they
it's
want.
Not what I want to surround myself
Exactly.
with.
I'm just saying that if you really do want more, you got to find somebody that also wants more and doesn't want to just sit around and doesn't want to settle.
That's literally every relationship you'll ever run into. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a business partnership.
Yeah, exactly. That's
It's
why
the
me and
same
Alec
thing,
work
yeah.
so good together.
It's the same thing with business. If there's ever a time where we're not talking about how can we improve and how can we get to the next level, that's when we're ultimately going to settle, and that's going to be when the shit hits the fan.
Exactly.
That won't happen because I know us, and literally our conversations is always how we can improve.
I don't think, like, since we started this, we, like, don't have normal conversations anymore. Like,
What do you
very
mean by
rarely.
normal conversation?
Like, we don't, like, just talk about bullshit, unless it's, like, sports bets. Like, you know? Which it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And we've gotten way closer through this. Like, we've always been close, but since this started...
Yeah, no, there's no looking back now.
Yeah, exactly.
Best decision I've ever made.
Me too.
So, be the product.
Building relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, must be nice, huh?
Alec's still out there looking for his one. I am too.
Toxic. Toxic relationships. You ever been in a relationship where it's just like bad, but you didn't really realize until you were away from it?
Yeah, for sure. You know that. Everybody in my life knows that.
Yep.
Now she's...
Whoa. We're not dropping names here.
It's hard not to drop names, honestly. Like, who cares? Should I just say it? Yeah, definitely been in some not bad relationships. Like, I'm not like, I've never had a girl that's like fucking crazy. Like, you hear like crazy women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never been anything like that, but definitely stuff like.
What about friendship? Where like, you ever been part of a friendship where they're pretty much using you to get to the next level in life, or they look at you as like a stepping stone and will pretty much take any opportunity to badmouth you? If there was anything like that.
I feel like I'm pretty good at reading people. And I don't want to say that there's definitely people like that. And there's like even girls like that like would reach out to me because like obviously we had a lot of friends, big friend group. Like a lot of people knew us in high school. So there's definitely girls that reached out and then like they would go back and tell everybody that like I was obsessed with them or like, you know what I mean? Just try to use me to get a little higher.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the same sense with some guys and like, but at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? I don't really care. They're not important in my life.
Envy. I think it's envy.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me one bit. Unless it's somebody important in my life.
Right.
I gave up that a long time ago. Caring.
I feel like it just takes one and then it's like, alright.
Yeah, it's like, who cares? Honestly.
Yeah, they have no...
I bet you they didn't benefit at all.
No.
No.
You know they didn't. You know exactly.
Because everybody that really knows you knows
Yeah.
that that's bullshit. Or like
Right.
what they're saying is bullshit. So, hey. But... what we got coming up?
We have exciting podcasts coming up. And not even just podcasts.
I
think we're literally
Have we
elevating.
Have we talked about, let's talk about Salt Lake City.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, so we booked the flights last night. We're headed to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yup, it is April 27th.
We're going to be there the 26th, 27th, 28th.
Yeah, it's called like the Limitless Arena.
Do you have the screenshot?
Yeah.
It's like, so we got VIP tickets to, it's like kind of like a public speaker convention / business convention, but it's going to be like a lot of big names like David Goggins, Gary Brecka. There's like 30 people talking. Justin Waller. I fucking love Justin Waller, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, we're getting him on the pod.
Yeah. But there's a lot of sick names, so it'll be really cool because we have VIP tickets, so we might be able to talk to these people and
we got
build some connections up front.
Andy Elliott. You know Andy Elliott. If you're in sales, you know Andy Elliott. You already said Gary Brecka. Goggins. Imagine like Tate just pulls in.
That would be sick.
When we were talking to the guy, the way that we got tickets, this is a crazy story. I put in for like information on it because I just like I put my number in something like someone's gonna reach out, sales guy is gonna reach out, called me, and you know it was honestly like just a good conversation, and he was like, so you put some information into going to this, like what are you trying to do? Do you want like VIP tickets or what? And I said like, what's the most expensive thing you could get? And he goes, well, Ludacris is flying in on a Black Hawk. And I was like, wait, we can go on a Black Hawk?
It was only $10,000 a ticket, dude. We should have done it.
We did. We're flying in on a Black Hawk.
Oh, yeah, facts. No,
No, I'm kidding.
We're not that degenerate. That would be so fun, huh?
I'm not going to disclose the price of the VIP tickets, but I did talk him down, so I felt pretty good about it.
Not much.
There was something.
Yeah. Spent a bag on it, but we're gonna have
It was-
fun.
yeah,
It's all about making the most of it, and by being up front, like, it's not about the people on stage.
I
It's
think
about
it's more than just being up front. I think we're like backstage too, and I think we might be able to meet some people.
that'd be sick. But even just being surrounded by the other people
Right.
that spent that kind of money on it,
Right.
like, we just gotta fucking build our connections.
Right.
We're
It's not what
we're
you
good
know,
at
it's
that.
who you know.
We're good at that.
Yep.
Imagine we come out like May 1st, and it's like.
Then we just take off.
No, and it's like a podcast with Justin Waller. He just like sat down with us that night.
I don't know what I would do.
That'd be fucking
because,
crazy.
Like, that was like my dream.
Yeah, that's literally what you said,
So like,
right?
if that literally happened, I'd be like, wait, I just accomplished everything.
Well, that was quick. No, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. That's far fetched. That
Yeah.
won't happen. But
So, what's to come?
we got that, and then Aldi,
Aldi. So, Eric Aldridge, our barber.
Baba.
He owns Seven's Barbershop in Biddeford. He's a goat. Fucking, he's really smart. Started his own business. He owns the barbershop, and he was kind enough to come on the pod next week. So, that's
Or
fucking.
the week after.
I don't know. Whenever.
It'll be dropped soon.
It'll be dropped soon.
But the reason why we think it's going to be a good one is we're actually going to the shop for it.
yeah.
He's going to get us right with our haircut. And it's not going to just be us sitting down. It's going to be actually like
We'll
cameras moving.
change of scenery.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
think this is the test.
It is.
We have
But
some work ahead.
we have so many like our brains are always moving. So as soon as we got the green light with him, we started immediately thinking of crazy shit that we can do with the barbershop and like some footage that we can do and different things for the pod that will mix it up, and it's exciting. I'm just happy.
I'm so ready.
He's perfect too. He's I've had business conversations with him. He's super smart with that kind of stuff. Super sociable. Like you can talk to
As
this
your
guy
barber
about
should be.
everything. Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
sitting in a barber's chair and you're not talking to your barber, I'd probably switch barbers.
Yeah, facts. But he's the man.
Right.
No bad words for Aldi.
Right.
And he's got the cutest dog you've ever seen in your whole life. Shout out
Rocket.
Rocket. No, Rocket gave it
I think
away.
we've talked about Rocket like 3 times.
Yeah. Why are we always talking about Rocket?
It's like the mascot at the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
But and then we shot our shot also. We threw some Hail Marys out there, see if we can get
Yeah.
how big we can go pretty quickly. I think they just need to see a few more. And I think we need to work on
Follow.
the product itself. Follow up is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Execution. Also, like, what are they getting out of it? Like, we do have to make that
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why, like, some of the places, like, we talked about 207 Kicks, the owners of 207 Kicks. Neither of us know them, so it's a little out of pocket. Never met either of them. No idea who they are, but I think it's cool. We saw them. They were in Saco when they started. So I went to their old shop. Now they're in South Portland. They've blown up. Like, they look like they're doing really well. But, like, people like that, they don't know us. They don't know anything about us. So it's so much better to get them in, like, face-to-face.
Yeah,
If we go into a store.
It's a matter of, like, planting the seed.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they didn't respond, but they probably looked at it. You know.
It was yesterday.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's all about follow-up. Don't let them say no.
Make them say yes.
Make them say yes.
We're gonna sell them. We're gonna sell them on Be the Product.
I like that.
And then they're gonna sell us some shoes.
Yeah.
Slot.
That's what we should tell them. We'll each buy 2 pairs of shoes off them.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Make a YouTube video. Put them on our 130 followers.
Yeah, but our view count is fire.
I know.
Like, our profile views are, like, ridiculous. We just don't get followers, but that's okay.
They'll come.
Yeah, we're not hating on anybody.
We love all you guys.
What's our view count? We have almost 8,000 views this month. Like, profile
Really?
views. Yeah. That's not a bad number, right?
We were at 0 a month ago.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We've gone up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Then we're waiting on brand deals. You know, selfies, bang. Poland Spring, we're Maine.
Yeah.
Shout out. We'll do some videos of Poland Spring.
Well, we're trying to reach out to like Maine names though. Like we want to build our credibility in Maine.
Yeah, we. I think in order to get to the point where we want to be at, we have to work the Maine market.
Exactly.
And then once we turn it up in that, and then you start getting other people to follow.
Yeah. I feel like we might get slight jumps, but it is a status game that we're playing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we got to understand the people that we can get on. Maybe we might get a few Hail Marys, but at the end of the day, we're only going to get people at the levels. Like if we get one big person on or somebody like a little more established, then that makes this person not look like such a gap. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, they might know that person or seen them on social media. Oh, they were on it. So
Right.
there's that perspective
like,
on it.
Realistically, fourth quarter, you're on the 50-yard line, fourth down, you're throwing a Hail Mary.
Oh.
We're gonna throw a Hail Mary every single time.
Yeah. That's what this is. It's risk.
It is risk. That's all I know. It's a life of risk.
That's all I know. Living life on the edge.
But anything else you want to hint at where we could be going in the next month? You want to?
Not yet.
Anything?
We'll go over that later. But we got some. I actually just went on vacation and we got some great connections. Out in Nashville, we have some friends that they're actually my sister's friends, but I built a lot of good relationships on my vacation with them. Some guys big in like the music, and then others in more like design. So we got some connections there for like our designs on the shirts and everything, which is super cool. And then also some guys in the social media industry, which they're gonna help us out a little bit, and they're super cool dudes, but not much else to say about them.
It was business trip.
Yeah, it was the
People
most
write it
fun
off.
business trip ever, but that's at the end of the day, that's what anything should be though. Like,
I want to live a life where I'm living life while working. If that makes sense. I'm able to go anywhere that I please and still make it business, still make it work in a way.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like, I guess that is the dream, is being able to travel for work.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's what we're doing.
Well, that's how we're building it. Yeah.
Yeah, like if
Right.
if we're gonna have to travel to see somebody, or like it might not be places that we particularly want to go, but at the end of the day, it's travel and it's fun.
Seeing the world, man.
Exactly, dude. Next up, Tucker Carlson, then Vladimir Putin.
Oh my lord. And then with Kim Jong.
Kim
Yeah,
Jong.
Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
We'll be the first people to do it. Made it out. Don't ask me how, but we did it.
We did. Not yet. But all right, that's a wrap. That's it for this week.
Sorry
Thank
it
you
was a
guys
quick
for
one,
listening.
but-
And yeah, we're excited for the future, and this shit's just starting. So
Let's get it. Be the product, baby.
Woo!